Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to this channel. We are so excited to welcome you back. Ocholi Okutepa is my name, and this is my beloved wife, Julia. All right, so today we have a very important subject to discuss with you. But before we do that, have you subscribed to this channel or you just stumbled on this video? If you're a visitor, make yourself a member of the house. Subscribe to the channel. And just in case at the end of this video you are blessed like I know you will, make sure to share to other people so that they become a part of this family. We have great teachings, and just like this video, you're going to be blessed. Okay? So today we're talking about improving communication. You know, the first word there is improve. That means it's not exactly where it should be. Now, I don't want to go into the many reasons why communication breaks down in marriages, because there are so many reasons, or relationship. All right, like see finish, people have been in relationship, they have gotten used to each other, the mojo is gone, there's no more big deal in terms of how they feel, you know, all of those initial things that you need to do more to sustain.
In fact, just the fact that there are two different individuals with different experiences in life is enough
for communication to break down or to be going down.
Yeah.
All right? A series of disappointment in how you expected to have been in touch, how you were not in touch, then somebody is pulling back. So there are
external influences from work,
pressure,
friends,
money. You know, see, it's not your fault. We understand. You know, your 6 months relationship communication is already dwindling. Do you get what I mean? So we can go on and on. There are valid reasons why communication begins to go down. All right? So how do you improve communication? Number one, tell yourself the truth. Communication is down. Am I lying?
Indeed.
Because sometimes people have a way of pretending like they are fine. You're not fine. Like all is not well. See, every relationship or every marriage is either in a state of drift or in a state of bond. Every. There's no middle. You are either drifting or bonding. And unfortunately, in the pressured world in which we live, more people are in drift than in bond. So number one point, tell yourself the truth. Communication is down. It's not at its best. You can't improve what you are not calling out to be down. You get?
Indeed.
Give them your story.
Wow.
It's a real show now. Let's say the truth. Did you come here to lie?
Okay, so this is the communication guru in this marriage, and this is the communication
student.
Yes.
And you know why we say that? In every relationship, there's a more or less factor.
Yes.
There's who is more, there's who is less in everything. Communication-wise, here's the more, here is the student. Go ahead.
So, my husband would call me a number of times during the day. And for me, saying goodbye in the morning is enough. Like, we are fine, we are good, right? And I just take off during the day and I forget that I need to service this communication. I need to keep improving it. And, you know, I realized that over time, it's weighing him down because...
Yeah, because I have things... Now, for people who communicate like I do, when anything gets your attention, the person you want to talk to is the person in your life. Yeah. When anything touches your emotion, the person you want to talk to is the person in your life. So you are leaving messages that are going on responded to. Is that proper English? You know, you are trying to call, like, just imagine calling your wife 7 times. Well, I'm not even in the habit of calling multiple times because I just believe the person with the phone, they're with the phone. And because I know my spouse, I do know that the reason you didn't pick the first or the second is not because the phone is ringing and it's far. It's that the phone is silent. So even if I kill the battery, it's silenced, it's silenced.
So we had a real struggle with communication. But over time, I love what he did to make sure that we improved, that he got me to the place where I am even desiring to keep improving every day. And it's the attitude with which he responded to that challenge that we've had for years. So my husband would come home and say and pick up my phone. Perhaps I'll be in the kitchen cooking, maybe listening to a message, and my battery will be at like 3%. He'll pick up my phone and help me charge it. Sometimes he will call me. He would call my attention to the fact that I sent you a message earlier in the day. Look at it and respond back to me. But
what is happening there? Number one, there's an acknowledgement that there's an issue, because as she's commending my conduct here, you have to realize that if she did not acknowledge that there's a problem, her response to even what I was doing may be one of rejecting the effort, rejecting what she considers nice. So number one is that recognize that there is, then begin to text them. That's what she's talking about. Go ahead, please.
So he could have taken it out on me, the anger, the frustration, but he removed the bile, he removed the frustration and communicated the need for me to step up my communication. So oftentimes, rather than get angry over the matter, we would laugh over it. But in that laughter, I knew that this is an area that you need to step up because of how often he spoke about it. It tells me that this is important to him and should be important to me also.
All right, so you get the point. Number one, you acknowledge that in this area we have a problem, that we have a communication problem. Number two, you identify who is the more and who is the less. Yeah. Because very often what happens is that the person who is more continues to fight the person who is less in an area in a marriage and dampens their spirit. Because if you get your partner to the point where your partner feels like, what's the point? You're going to complain anyway, all right? You don't help them grow. All right, then number three, you come up with a strategy that helps them grow in that area. All right, so let me repeat that for emphasis sake so that it really gets into you. Number one, acknowledge there is a problem. And it's not acknowledgement to condemn anybody. Number two, discover or uncover who the more is, who the less is in that area of challenge, in this case, communication. Number three, come up with strategies. Then number four, and the final point we'll make in this particular episode is to say, be patient with the process. Why do I say be patient with the process? It is very easy when your partner is vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I'm the less here. Rather than, be patient. See, you don't tell your partner something and they automatically pick it. Why? You just made an announcement. They are dealing with a weakness. Do you get the point? So, because sometimes the frustration is, but we talked about this. No, the person is dealing with pattern. They are trying to undo patterns, redo patterns, and rearrange their lives. All right? So, if patience does not come in, you soon realize that the discussion you had last week will expire. All right? So, you need to patiently walk through the system. That's where you begin to be more supportive than demanding. That's where you pick up that phone and you plug it. That's where you say, you know what, I called you today. This is how it made me feel. I would really be glad if you treated me differently. Because very often, if you don't use patience to communicate, the person is not going to pick up in that area. All right, so to improve communication, note that we need to know the problem, we need to know who is more or less, we need to come up with strategy, and we need to be patient with strategy. You want to say something before I go? Oh, yeah, so good. Maybe because we thought on a topic that...
My God, that was an ambush.
It's in an ambush. All right? So, help us reach more people. Share this video. We really hope that these 4 points we have made will help your relationship, improve your marriage, and take your communication to another level. I still believe we'll do more on communication in other episodes on this channel. Keep watching, subscribe, share to other people, and we are glad to hear from you. God bless you.